Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, inside the Navy's DoN GPT tool, and Claude and Llama AI models can now be used with highly sensitive data in Amazon's government cloud. It's Thursday, June 12th, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's dive into the day's top headlines. After an informative 45-day trial run, the Department of the Navy is getting set to expand its rollout of emerging AI capabilities for sailors, Marines, and civilians to speedily adopt in support of their daily operations via its new DoN GPT tool. Jacob Glassman, who serves as Senior Technical Advisor to the Assistant Secretary of the Navy for Research, Development, and Acquisition, told Defense Scoop Thursday that this is a new way for the Navy to rapidly innovate and rapidly prototype. Generative AI encompasses the field of still maturing technologies that can process huge volumes of data and perform increasingly intelligent tasks, like recognizing speech or producing human-like media and code based on human prompts. These capabilities are pushing the boundaries of what existing tech can achieve. Still, according to Glassman, the Navy has historically struggled with AI adoption. Glassman and his team produced DoN GPT to ultimately help resolve some of the challenges causing that struggle. It's essentially an enterprise-level offering that is hosted and deploys AI capabilities in the Navy's Flank Speed cloud service, which is an enterprise Microsoft 365 environment that currently hosts unclassified but sensitive information at Impact Level 5. The team hosted alpha trials over the course of 45 days to identify the best AI use cases to unleash DoN GPT with a beginning subset of the workforce. And now Glassman and team are gearing up for DoN GPT's next beta trials of piloting. In other news, Amazon has received federal authorizations that allow Anthropic's Claude and Meta's Llama AI models to be used with highly sensitive government computing environments, the company's cloud computing division announced Wednesday. The company has achieved FedRAMP High authorization as well as the Department of Defense's Impact Levels 4 and 5 for use of the two foundation models and AWS GovCloud, its government cloud environment. That all means that it's met the security requirements needed for the AI models to be used with some of the government's most sensitive civilian and military information. And according to Liz Martin, Department of Defense Director at AWS, it's the first cloud provider to receive that level of authorization for Claude and Llama. The announcement came this week amid AWS's annual summit in Washington, which kicked off Tuesday with an announcement that the tech giant plans to launch a second secret cloud region that Dave Levy, Vice President of Worldwide Public Sector, said would be a boon for the nation's AI leadership. This latest announcement about the Claude and Llama AI models builds on that theme by providing foundation models that can now be used in high-security environments. For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, as always, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.